Because my damn phone ran out of space, so I had to do a part 2.
Devastated. Ronald's recollection of the night seemed a bit spotty as well, for being so recent, such as not remembering what house he got the candy from, and not seeing the person that gave it to him, stating it was just an arm that reached out and gave him the candy. Once detectives learned from Jim Bates that they had only gone down 2 streets before being rained out, they knew something strange was going on with Ronald's memory. When pressed by detectives further, Ronald suddenly got his memory back while leading the police up and down the streets. The house he belonged to an air traffic controller named Eric Melvin. Detectives showed up to Hobby Airport, where Mr. Melvin was a supervisor. They placed him under arrest in front of his bewildered colleagues, but this was short-lived because he had an airtight alibi. He was still at work when the kids received the candy, and he had 200 employees that he interacted with that night to vouch for him. He didn't clock out of work until 11 p.m., well past the horrible events of the night. Ronald O'Brien had become their #1 suspect at this point, and they started to dig into his past. Turns out that he had been living way beyond his means. His debt racked up to $100,000 at the time. Converted for inflation is equivalent to owing over $600,000 today. Also, his house had just been foreclosed on, so financially, the O'Briens were fucked. They learned that he was employed by over 20 different companies in the span of just 10 years. And his current job as an optician was also in jeopardy due to theft allegations. They then uncovered a history of fraudulent insurance claims throughout these years. Things weren't looking so good for Ronald's character, but still it didn't give him a motive to murder his children along with 3 other kids, until they peeled over another layer. He had recently taken out a $30,000 life insurance policy on his 8-year-old son, Timothy, and another $30,000 on his 5-year-old daughter, Elizabeth.
Wow.
When Daneen O'Brien, Ronald's wife, was confronted about these policies, she had no clue what the detectives were talking about, because Ronald purchased the policies without her knowledge. But besides this, Ronald O'Brien decides to make sure he looked as guilty as possible. Just hours after his son tragically dies, guess who is calling the insurance company, ready to collect? Now, insurance companies are naturally suspicious when they have to fork out money, so they immediately report this behavior to the police. Police would then search the O'Brien house and find a pocket knife with pixie residue on it, theorizing that he used it to cut the initial packaging. They also visited his current place of employment, and while interviewing one of Ronald's co-workers, a chemical salesman said that Ronald had asked numerous questions about different kinds of poisons and where to get some, in which the co-worker
That's shady as fuck.
Of a Houston chemical outlet. They went directly to that outlet, where they learned what appeared to be the nail in the coffin. The store said that Ronald O'Brien did show up to their store looking to buy potassium cyanide, yet leaving without making a purchase because of a £5 minimum. But the intent was there. Ronald Clark O'Brien was charged with the murder of his son and the attempted murder of his daughter and 3 other children. His motive for giving the other kids the sticks was basically collateral damage needed to make it look like there was a serial poisoner that night. The jury found him guilty and sentenced him to death. On March 31st of 1984, he was executed by lethal injection.
Good.
He will now always be known as the Candyman, the man that killed Halloween. My name is Killian. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Much love to my Patreon subs, because YouTube does not allow me to monetize true crime. Consider supporting.
Fuck YouTube for doing that shit.
And have yourself a safe Halloween.
Oh, hell no. That was a good video. I had to make a part 2 because my fucking recording space is out of recording space, so yeah. This is gonna be the last video tonight for you guys, so yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. See you on the next video tomorrow. Maybe next day. I don't know when I'm going to film another video, but maybe tomorrow for 2 more videos. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Have a good noon, night, morning, wherever you are. And I'll see you all tomorrow in the next video. Peace out, y'all.